And a place we almost didn't go to because of what people said, of what locals said. You read the stuff online on Reddit and you see these comments. Hello. You know. Selamat pagi. We are in, not going to tell you, going to let you guys guess, because actually this is a quick video.
Couldn't make it any easier though.
It is slightly eerie. We're quite in a iconic place at the moment, but this is about the recent couple of weeks that we've just had, the most amazing experiences we've just had, and a place we almost didn't go to because of what people said, of what locals said to us, and the general vibe of these places here in Malaysia, the East Coast. So that's Kota Bharu, Terengganu, Pahang. These places we actually nearly didn't go to was because of the stuff we read online. Friends from Malaysia told us, you won't enjoy it, it's too conservative, it's very boring, there's not much to do.
There's not much to eat for you guys.
Not much to eat, there's nothing to eat in Kelantan. People laughed at us when we told them, oh, you know, they said it's only fish only. We actually even asked locals in Kedah about Kelantan food, and they just said, and they had family from Kelantan, and they said, you won't find anything, there's nothing, we can't even suggest anything for you, because they literally thought there was nothing. You know, you read the stuff online on Reddit and you see these comments, you know, they call it, you know, very extreme policies like the Middle East. They say that, you know, it's almost like a Kelantan and stuff like that, and they say it's a Taliban state, all these different nasty comments aimed at the East Coast. And so when Westerners read this stuff, when you hear these comments, you think, this is probably not a place I should go, to be honest. You know, we had comments from people saying, even directed at Giulia, saying, you know, oh, if you're in those states, you should cover up. You know, people won't like it. People, you know, we've also read online comments like, you know, people look down upon you if you dress badly. Someone was fined for wearing shorts. You know, there's Taliban marches.
Arms out,
yeah,
we're not talking about, I don't know, miniskirts.
We even received comments on the YouTube channel about it, didn't we?
Yeah, not bad ones.
No, but people
like,
said this stuff.
People really believe that you really need to cover yourself up, although you're not Muslim, and they know you're not, and you're a tourist, and you know they think you're gonna be like judged badly for it.
Yeah, I mean it's all good, and and I'm not disrespecting anyone that says it, but there's this kind of general idea that those East Coast states are really extreme or really conservative. But the truth is, actually, that couldn't be any further from the truth. People there are so friendly. You know, we're gonna do, in the next set of videos is gonna be covering Kuantan, covering Terengganu, covering Pahang. But we wanted to make this video because there is a real stereotype or prejudice against these states. But let me tell you, we wandered around wearing similar outfits like we were wearing today, and no one said it. In fact, women were very supportive of you. Julia wandered around in it, and one day we said to.
I'm not saying I wander around with though, because you make it sound like I wander around in my bikini.
No, I know. So there were days where Julia. So initial days we dressed up and we wore a lot because we were concerned, and then there were days when we didn't, and then there were days where we wore outfits that we wear in KL, and actually the ladies were much more receptive. And actually you'll see in local markets we went to, they're saying, oh, Cantik, hello, terima kasih, I think, and very beautiful. You know, half of these things I don't actually get to capture, but I actually captured one of them on video. You know, the vibe you got from people were so receptive, so friendly.
Everyone is so welcoming regardless of what you're wearing.
Yeah.
I don't even think they are more receptive if you're wearing something and you hope whether or not. It's just like they don't really care.
They don't really care.
Your skin is very pretty.
Yeah. That's what they say. Yeah, that's the truth. People there, they don't mind, they do not care, they're very friendly. And actually, you know, there is this kind of prejudice. I was actually concerned when I was on that train up to Kota Bharu. I was very concerned what we were going into. Is this going to be the most conservative? Is this going to be slightly extreme? Are people going to be friendly to us? You know, that was major.
Kota Bharu kind of worried me because of everything we heard about it. Yeah.
And actually,
no one like gave you weird looks, like nothing like that, regardless of what we were wearing, really.
so I mean, Kelantan as a whole, let me tell you, between the 3 states, let me tell you, Kelantan probably had the most friendly people we've ever met. They're always smiling. When you go back from the East Coast back to KL, incredibly friendly city. But let me tell you, when you come from the East Coast, you realise how little people smile in KL versus the East Coast. Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang, people smile all the time. You just look at people in the street, people smile at you.
Or people start speaking to you.
They start
which
speaking to you,
obviously
yeah.
Wouldn't happen in a big city like
No,
KL.
no, they wouldn't.
Like,
It
which is
wouldn't.
normal, but
You realise that KL is such a friendly city, such the most friendly capital city in the world. But when you go to these, the people are so kind, so friendly. We had so many laughs that you can see all the good times that we had with all these people here in Terengganu, in Kuantan, and in Pahang. I mean, so we had some of the best times there in East Coast. I actually think it's actually one of Malaysia's best kept secrets, and actually I'm kind of like quite happy that not so many people know about it, because actually, you know, you go there and actually you have the best time and you have the most genuine experiences with people. There's none of the materialistic stuff you'll find in Penang, in Melaka. I actually can't believe that people when people suggest Malaysia, they suggest Penang, they suggest Cameron Highlands, Genting Highlands. No one ever suggests Terengganu. No one ever suggests the State Museum in Terengganu. There's some incredible sights there. You know, you go over to things like the Crystal Mosque. Beautiful. No one talks about it.
yeah, and I think when you go to these places, when you meet the most people and they're really up for giving you a lot of tips.
Yeah.
We had so many people wrote to us giving
Yeah.
us tips to
Yeah,
put
yeah,
put
yeah.
tips everywhere, and
And let me tell you, the food experiences. People are telling us you won't find any food. Some of the best food we've eaten in Malaysia has been on the East Coast. Even
us as vegetarians, they had so much.
they had so much vegetarian
Even
options
in
as
like
well.
regular places,
Yeah.
not going into vegetarian
Yeah.
places.
And the beaches, let me tell you, people go to the East Coast, but they go for the islands. Actually, in fact, some of the locals were so surprised that we weren't actually going to the islands and that we were here just for the main cities. In these cities, speaking a bit of Bahasa goes a long way. If you can speak some Malay, it will help you a great deal. But even then, there are plenty of English speakers, and they will help you, they'll guide you, they'll direct you, take you out. We got taken out a couple of times. The thing is, genuinely, Westerners and tourists, they're too afraid to go to these places because of the comments and the stuff they see online. I also think at one point when we were going there, I was worried that we were just going there because we wanted to see the whole of Malaysia, and actually we weren't going to enjoy it so much.
Yeah, we were a bit scared.
I was actually really nervous when we got on that train. I thought, I felt sorry for Giulia because I had like really wanted to see the whole of Malaysia, and we were dragging, and I just thought, this is not the kind of holiday and the kind of trip that we should be doing. But boy, was I wrong. I was so wrong about that place because of these kind of prejudgment comments. I actually always said that you're always safest in, you know, especially the Muslim communities and stuff like that. But I was also worried that they're very conservative.
Yeah, conservative also in the sense they might not like tourists, they might not be so appreciative
Yeah.
of being there, just being like, oh, what this guy's doing here.
I think some people feel like this because they read the stuff online, and then it's this group mentality of you've read about it, you hear about it, you hear the bad stories.
Told you something
Yeah.
long time ago, you know, someone has a bad experience and then just like blows up, and then
It's
it
so
turned into something.
so totally. It was it's incredible. I can't wait for us to showcase what we've seen, who we met, some really interesting foods, experiences, scenes, beaches. Experience. Have you been to the East Coast? Are you one of the ones who says East Coast is really conservative, don't bother with it? Because there's some people saying it. It's not a problem, but I reckon you should go. You should go and check it out. I think.
We luckily had a good one.
But we had an amazing experience, and I think the East Coast is probably one of the most genuine spots to get the genuine Malaysian experience.